Broadcasting live from the center of the universe. It's Business School Without the BS. Featuring optometrist turned entrepreneur, Dr. Robert Zellner, with USSBA Entrepreneur of the Year, Clay Clark.
It is the Thrive Time Show. Let your boo begin. Where we drop knowledge bombs for you in Portland. Teaching the proven systems to make your ends. So you can produce the greenery like all the Oregon. Suit will call you Franklin because you got Benjamins. We'll call you Big Pearl because you just bought a Benz. And then you'll be bragging to your wife and kids that your wallet's overweight, but it used to be thin. Comes away, this is Clay, broadcaster with the Zen, with the focus locked in like San Quentin. Can I get a B to the O to the M? You've heard the rumors, he is I and I is him. He be the Z and I be the C. Now it's teaching business skills from Clay to Z. We both grew up poor, but we're poor no more. The goal of the show is to help you soar. Oh yes, Thrive Nation, welcome back to the conversation. It is the Thrive Time Show on your radio. My name is Clay Tiberius Clark, and I am so excited to be joined with you. Today we are talking about the 8 game-changing accounting moves for small business. Now, as we go through these moves, Chup, we're going to be teaching from a copy of Paul Hood's book. Let me grab it on my incredible desk here. I have one copy for you. Can I stand the microphone while grabbing the books? Oh, one copy for you, one copy for me. We're teaching again the 8 game-changing accounting moves for small business.
Well, you've heard of the good book. This is more like the Hood book.
Yes. Now, whenever you start a business, you should do so with the goals of building a business that serves you. And that's going to create the time freedom and financial freedom that you need to be able to spend your time pursuing your goals, your faith, your family, your fitness, your friendship, your fun, your daughter's cheerleading activities. And so, however, by default, most business owners end up creating businesses that own them. And a business that creates neither time freedom or financial freedom is not a business worth having. Think about that. A business that doesn't create time freedom or financial freedom is not a business worth having. No, what I did want to do is I wanted to create this plumbing business, and I wanted to spend my entire day in a plumbing truck. I was, Bobby, what do you want to do when you grow up? Well, Mrs. Flanagan, what I want to do is I want to be a plumber, and I want to spend my entire day in a plumbing truck thinking about invoices and past due things and hopefully just barely making it, because that way I'll be able to mount up large amounts of credit, and then eventually I could die of a heart attack induced by stress at the age of 60. Wow, that seems pretty dark there, Bobby. No, this is just a dream I have. And what I want to do is I want to work 80 to 100-hour weeks. I want to work 80 to 100 hours every single week. And to me, it'll be fun when I can't go to Disney World and I can't spend time with Mickey Mouse, because I want to be a plumber that's really, really poor. And I want my website to not be found in Google. I want it to be like a mystery where people will search on Google to find me, but they can't. It's like I vanished. I want to be like a communist spy deep embedded into America in the time of McCarthyism, where I'm just always worried that I'll be able to pay my bills. That's what I want. Wow, that was really, really detailed and dark, Bobby. Oh, I've got a lot more. I want my accounting to always be screwed up. I would have no clue where I am at any time. I want to be behind on my taxes for years at a time. Maybe I don't even want to file my taxes. Bobby, this is a really dark dream. Do you need to see a therapist? No, and I want to have no sales scripts. I want there to be no systems at all. I want everything to just be random all the time, just random. I want to have just new ideas every day and run around chasing ambition blindly with my hair on fire, and I want to be distracted all the time. I want to have an email inbox with 4,000 emails. Bobby, please come back to us. Be nice, Bobby. Be positive. This is a children's class. You're scaring the other kids. Oh, I want to be just like my father, because my father went bankrupt multiple times. Did you know that 8 out of 10 Americans who start a business fail? I want to do that. Bobby, stop. Do you know that 70% of people hate their jobs? Because my parents hate theirs too, and I just want to be just like them. Bobby, why are you saying these things? I just, this is how it is. You know, life is all about just having a bunch of intentions and ambitions and growing up to be a pathetic idiot. Bobby, stop. That's what we're talking about today.
That was impressive. I'm just saying.
Well, I'm just saying. There's a lot of people out there that I don't know what's going on, but what happens is we wake up and we're like, crap, how did I get here? How did I end up here? Well, for me, I actually woke up and then I came down to the man cave, and that's how I got here. But I'll tell you, a lot of times you just get in that cycle of just losing. And so what we're trying to help you do today is helping you get ahead financially, specifically by honing in like a laser beam. Like a tractor beam, pulling you towards accounting, knowing the 8 game-changing accounting moves that you can use to grow your business. So, Chep, what is step number 1?
Step 1, your accounting must be viewed as your dashboard and not your rear view mirror.
Now, Chep, did you drive today in a truck, or were you driving your wife's car? What did you drive?
I'm in the old truck today.
Okay, so
they call me Chep with a truck.
So when you're in the truck, talk to me about the dashboard and the role the dashboard and the windshield play in your driving activities.
So I can see where I'm going by looking forward through the windshield. I can actually see where I'm headed. I have a destination that I'm headed to. I'm not turned around looking backwards or looking in the side mirrors.
Wait a minute. You're not driving the car using your rear view mirrors?
Not 100%. No, I'm not. I'm looking through the windshield, right? Driving where I want to go, to my destination, to my goals. And then the dashboard is a conglomeration of tools I can use to make sure that I have everything in place that I need to get where I'm going.
So on the dashboard, you can see if you're running out of fuel.
Running out of gas, how fast I'm going.
And it doesn't mean you're a bad guy if you're running out of fuel. It just means you're running out of fuel.
It means I need to get more fuel. It means I need to know that I need to get more fuel.
And it shows you how fast you're going.
Right.
You know, what if everybody had a dashboard for their business?
That shows you where you're going.
If you're running out of cash.
If you're running out of your fuel, cash.
How fast you're going.
Exactly. Everything that you need to know. If the key instruments inside the business vehicle are working correctly, profit and loss statements, stuff like that.
So let's get into the steps. So step number 1, again, is you want to view your accounting as a dashboard, not a rear view mirror. So action item number 1, everyone needs to do. You need to determine the number of customers that you can work with per week. Think about that. You want to think about what is your current capacity? Chep, I want to put that in the show notes because that's maybe a better way to say that is, what is your capacity? Your capacity. Oh, let me tell you something about capacity, my friends. This show pushes me to my mental capacity. And it also shows my mental, what's the word I'm looking for?
Fortitude.
No. It shows it shows my it's just when you reach you're incapacitated. No, that's not it. It shows my
ceiling.
Yeah, I think it shows my ceiling. I think because a lot of times in a show like this, I struggle to find the right. Chep, what am I struggling to find? The right
finish
word.
Each other's
I'm struggling
sandwiches.
to find the right words, and it's a radio show. And you see what happens when you. So this show shows my mental capacity or lack thereof. And what happens is that we're now in Portland and in Tulsa, Oklahoma. So the other day, somebody sent me an email, and they said, "Hey, could you appear on my podcast?" And I love the request, but here was what I said. I said, every single Monday and every single Tuesday between the hours of 2:30 and 5, I have blocked that out specifically to do said podcasts, but that's all I've got.
It's all, baby.
And they're like, well, what other times? I said, well, that's all I got. And they said, but what other times? I said, that is literally the only times I have. And they said, well, why? And I said, because, 5 o'clock, you see, once 5 o'clock rolls around, 5:30, I take my wife on a date. We'll usually go to Reese's, which is a local grocery store. I'll go to the meat department, and I know the guys there. I'll walk in there. Michelle works there. It's like, what's up, Michelle?
Shout out.
Boom. Big, Michelle, how you doing? Big shout out to Michelle. Big shout out to the meat guy. Walk up there, meat guy, Jerry. Jerry, what's up, man? Hey, I need some meat. Boom. Come back, put that on the grill. I watch Seinfeld with the kids. Beat most of the kids under the age of 10 in chess. My wife's beating me now. It's taking my joy away. But what happens is I've got things to do. And the business is a vehicle to get there. Are you feeling what I'm saying? I'm not going to do a podcast interview at 6 p.m. No. I'm not going to do an onboarding meeting with a new franchisee at 6. I'm not going to answer a sales call at 6. I'm not going to respond to an email at 6. No, because at night, Chup, it's business time.
It's when you're feeling right.
It's business. It's business time. Oh, I'm talking about no business meetings, but it's business time, if you know what I mean. So the thing is, I'm not going to spend my night pursuing one more deal. So you got to ask yourself today, what is the capacity of the most number of deals your team can do with your current team, right? Second, determine how much profit you want to make per week to achieve your financial goals. So you want to figure out my current capacity. So let's just make this real. With my DJ company, the most weddings that I could DJ on a weekend with if every single guy is going out was 80. And you know why I capped it at 80, Chep?
To not go crazy?
Because I didn't want to grow anymore.
Right.
I didn't want to make it any bigger. I like the size of it. I don't know if this makes sense to the listeners out there. 'Cause I'm an ambitious guy, but I'm not blindly ambitious.
You had goals that you were working towards, and when you got there, you were there.
Right.
Nice.
So I knew my goals financially. So I'm asking you, Mr. Listener, how much do you want to make? Now, if you want to make $100,000 a year, Chubb, does that seem like a good goal?
Yeah, I mean, six-figure club?
Yeah.
People like that.
There's a book on my shelf called The $100,000 Club that I really want to reference a lot today, but I'll find it on the shelf during the break. But all I would say is if you take $100,000 a year and you divide that by 52, you need to make $1,923 a week. Now, if you divide that by 5, this is what gets me excited. This is what gets me pumped. That means you got to make $384 a day. Okay?
Now we know.
So you don't overthink it. Like, don't just get down to how much do I need to make per day. You need to make, how much do I need to make per day? How much do I need to make per day? And once you get to that level, then it gets kind of exciting. But if you don't know that, it's just kind of a vague, random goal. Then what you got to do is you got to sit down and you got to determine how many rejections per week you need to have. How many rejections do you need to make per day? How many rejections per day do you need to get those numbers of deals, Chubb?
This is a big concept, and it's a big mindset shift that we work with a lot with our clients, is that whole mindset of getting the rejections needed to get the yeses. Because a lot of people can get hung up on that. It's natural. It's natural when you're told no multiple times a day.
When I get that feeling, it's a natural feeling.
Exactly.
Rejection.
And it's not fun. It's not a fun, natural feeling to get told no over and over and over. But if you know that, hey, on average, I need to get told no 9 times to get a deal, then it's easy. Then you just go for those 9 no's and you know you're going to get that deal.
I will just say this. If you are somebody out there who fears rejection, then you need to get out of the game of entrepreneurship. What you need to go work for somebody, because you're competing with man-bear pigs like me where I don't care at all. Like, I'm missing the part of my brain. There's a thing called the amygdala, and the amygdala for most people is active when they experience rejection. Seriously, this is scientific truth here. When they experience rejection, their amygdala fires, and they can no longer get their cerebral cortex to make logical and strategic decisions. Look this up. Your cerebral cortex is what makes the strategic decisions, and your amygdala is what emotionally processes things. The only way to get over the worry or the feelings of being scared that you would experience while riding a bike is to do what? Make yourself ride a bike, and then eventually science will show that your amygdala is no longer active while riding a bike because you're not in a panic mode. I have made so many calls, and I train my team on making so many calls that nobody in my company is scared of making calls. We just don't care. It's like a cultural. It's like we have Novocaine in the brain. It's like we can't feel it.
You've heard of the amygdala. We have the bromygdala.
Right.
That's what it is.
So I'm saying if you fear rejection, you got to move on. Now, the next action item is you got to invest 8 hours. 8 hours? You got to invest 8 hours in making a spreadsheet of all of your expenses, all of your income, all your income, all your fixed expenses, and all your variable expenses for the last 90 days. Now, if you need help, I would highly recommend you reach out to Paul Hood with Hood CPAs. It's Paul Hood with Hood CPAs, one of the top accountants in Oklahoma. He's a proud sponsor of the show. Go to hoodcpas.com today and schedule your one-on-one consultation with Paul Hood, and he'll give you a free copy of Warren Buffett's only authorized biography, a book by the name of Snowball. Again, you can get that today at hoodcpas.com. We come back, we're teaching you the 8 game-changing accounting super moves that you can use.
Attend the world's best business workshop led by America's #1 business coach for free by subscribing on iTunes and leaving us an objective review. Claim your tickets by emailing us proof that you did it and your contact information to info@thrivetimeshow.com.
Thrive Nation, welcome back to the conversation. It is the Thrive Time Show on your radio. And today what we're talking about is the 8 game-changing accounting moves for small business, presented by hoodcpas.com. Now, this is the thing. This is the concept. This is the issue. This is the crux of the issue. This is the problem. This is the irritant, is that most small business owners, I'm not talking about you, Mr. Listener, I'm talking about other people. Most small business owners never get on top of their finances. Never. So I want to make sure you're getting the statistics here. 8 out of 10 businesses go out of business. 8 out of 10. Now, 9 out of 10 businesses fail, according to Forbes. And we'll put this on the show notes, but 8, think about that. 8 out of 10. I mean, this would be, imagine you're at church, right? And they say, all right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to church today. I'm going to be Pastor Happy, and we're going to start off today by doing a little survey. So I want everyone in the church to stand up. All right. And we're doing songs like, what's a good church song? What's a good church song that we could do here? It's gonna be like a kind of a 80s church song, but it's got to be to our God forever and ever. I be to our God, everybody forever and ever. People on the right, be to our God, everybody forever. And I got to be more of like a praise and worship guy. Let me try again. Be to our God forever and ever. Because you got to sound like kind of gravelly. Be to our God. And again, if you're like a 21-year-old praise and worship singer, there's probably something wrong with your larynx if you sound like already that gravelly at the age of 19.
I've never smoked, but I sound like
change my heart, oh God. Make it ever true. Change my heart, oh God. May I be like you. You are the potter. My name is clay. Okay, back to the show. Mold me and make me. This is what I'll say. Hey, ow. Man, this guy's freaking out. All right, so what happens is,
be cool, my babies.
Then you say, now, if you had a business that failed, please sit down. The problem is 8 out of 10 businesses would fail. Now you said, okay, now that we've really taken the church to a dark point and there's only 20% of you standing, what I want to do is if your business barely makes it every month as a result of you shifting debt from card to card, maxing out every expense possible, please sit down. And we're in the house of God, so don't lie, because he's watching. He's watching. He knows he's new. No, and maybe God chimes in and says, I am watching. And you're like, oh my gosh, God actually did just comment. Wow.
Carl, sit down.
That's a good sound effect back there in the box. That was really effective in the back, sound guy. Yeah. The voice of God. Now, seriously, sit down if your business is barely making it. Do you understand that like one person in the church would now be standing?
Yeah.
So then we're like, now if you're standing, could you please sing the song with us now? Change my heart, oh God, because you're the only person standing.
Solo performance.
That's what it's like to build a successful company. Nobody does it. Nobody. But I'm going to teach you how to do it. Nobody, baby. And the band keeps playing on. Keith Sweat. I want it, I want. Know what? Nobody. I want you right now to be successful. Okay, so we're moving on. So this is the problem though. This is step number 2. Is casualness causes casualties. Now, I'm going to open up a look under the hood, the book that Paul Hood and I have written for you here. I'm going to open this up to page 15, the Tim Tebow page of this book here. I'm in rare form today, the Tim Tebow page. Open up here, page 15, opening up using my hands. Wow, you're so talented. I'm open to page 16 because that's where the words are. All right, but it says here, besides your faith and family, there's not much more important than the success of your business. You are blessed with abilities and the opportunity to live in a great country where you are allowed to pursue your dreams. How you use these God-given abilities is the greatest gift you can give him and your family. Hard work is often not enough. You must work smart. See, that's a negative. So what you got to do is you got to take 8 hours. 8 hours, yeah. 8 hours, do this task. It's a super fun task when you get to the end of it. The part that's terrible is the first 8 hours. What you do, though, is you want to list out all of your income that you've made over the last 90 days. All of the income. The inflow. The money cometh in. The entrance. The income. Money coming to you. All sources. Second, you want to make a list of all of your fixed expenses. This would be like your utility bill, your home, your office, your anything you have to do. Gasoline. I have to do a lot of things. I have to go out to eat every night. Every night I go out to eat. That's not a fixed expense. That is you choosing that. I'm talking about your fixed. So list all your fixed expenses.
All the cost, even if you didn't sell one widget or provide one service, you're still going to have an array of costs throughout the month. Those are all of your fixed costs.
Now, then the next move number 3, is you want to list out all your variable expenses for the past 90 days. Now, after you've done that, what's going to happen is you are going to determine, wow.
Would you look at it?
Would you look at it, Bobby?
Would you just look at that?
Look at that. That is cute. All for cute, Bjorn. All for cute, don't
right
you
up
know?
north.
Oh, that's a big number.
Oof, now look at that.
I spend a lot of money, Bjorn. Oh, I don't make a lot of money, Bjorn. Bjorn, can you get Rauschendorfer? I want to bury myself under the ice.
What's the little...
I want to die right now by ice fishing. Could you auger a hole in the ice, and I want to die of shivering?
Head first.
Bjorn, please help me. I mean, so no, but you got to know. You got to know. Some people say, I don't want to know. I don't want to know. I don't want to. This is what I see a lot of entrepreneurs. A lot of entrepreneurs are singing this song to themselves. They're singing, I would do anything for success, but I won't take the 8 hours needed to look at my fixed expenses, my variable expenses, and all my income. I would do anything. I will do anything. I would do anything for the love of my business, but I won't do the 8 hours of work needed. I wouldn't do the 8 hours of work needed to add up all of my income, all of my fixed expenses, and all my variable expenses. Because I would do anything for my business love, but I won't do that. Because I would do anything for love, success. But I won't do that. No, I won't. I would do anything for love, anything you've been dreaming of, but I just won't do that. I would do anything for love, anything you've been dreaming of, but I just won't do.
Look at my numbers.
I've got a big weekend at cheerleading. I've got a big morning watching the Sports Center. I've got a lot of crap to do, so I don't have time for that. So I will be perpetually poor. I will live with my parents some more. And I will lose all my money. And no, that's not what you're going to do.
That's the meatloaf mentality. You can't have that.
People though, they want to spend all their time doing everything except the one freaking thing that matters. You got to know if you're making money. And so you got to go to Hood CPA.
Just do it.
You got to go to Hood CPAs. You've got to. Some people don't like loud things. You've got to go to Hood CPAs. You have to go to hoodcpas.com and you have to schedule your free consultation. He's going to give you a copy of Warren Buffett's book, Snowball, and an hour of his time to help you get your finances aligned. Go to hoodcpas.com. If you don't, I'm going to sing Meatloaf over and over. Stay tuned.